Hi Virgo, this is your February 10th through the 16th weekly tarot reading. We'll have 5 separate spreads in this weekly reading. In the first spread, we'll be looking at new love entering your life. Spread number 2 is for those of you who are already involved with somebody. In the third spread, we'll see if anybody wants to get back together with you. After that, spread number 4 will be on your work, your business, and your finances. And the fifth spread will be what you're not expecting to happen this week. Please like, comment, and subscribe to support this channel. This first spread is a new love this week, Virgo. For somebody, it's not exactly new. We have the Four of Cups clarified by the World. We have the Eight of Wands clarified by the Ace of Wands. We have the King of Wands clarified by the Star. In the potential outcome, we have the Six of Wands with the Ace of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. And we also have the Two of Cups on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We also have water, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We have Aquarius too. So you got this King of Wands right there in the middle, clarified by the Star. The King of Wands could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or somebody with some major fire placements in their chart. If they're not a fire sign, they could be somebody who is easy to get up and go, somebody who is like a leader, a natural leader, or an actual leader at work, or something like that. They could also be an Aquarius, or may have Aquarius in their chart, because the Star clarifying the King of Wands is an Aquarius major arcana card, and we're still celebrating Aquarius birthday season, right? So maybe it has something to do with that, or it could be happening right now. The Star is also a card of healing, okay? And it's also a card of a wish come true. This reading starts with the Four of Cups clarified by the World. So something is done. Something is done or was done. So let me throw in a few scenarios as to how I see those two cards, the Four of Cups and the World, right? The Four of Cups is a card of a rejection, saying no, okay, no thank you. The World is a card of an ending. All right, and the thing about the World card, it's a card of a happy end card. It's a happy end. The World could also be someplace remote, so perhaps distance is a factor here. But here come the scenarios, right? Perhaps in the past this person tried to get something started with you and you rejected them. Perhaps the way they approached you didn't resonate with you and they're going to try again. Maybe they will try something else. Yeah. All right, and maybe it will work this time around. So maybe 2 times or 3 times is the charm, Virgo. All right, for others of you, perhaps you went out on a date or 2 with this person and then you found out something about this person that was a deal breaker for you. You know, you could have told them, you know what, I really like you, we have a lot in common, I like spending time with you, but that one thing that you mentioned about you, no. Like, it's definitely a big no, red flag. I'm not going to involve with somebody who does that or who into something like that. And perhaps they're going to come back and say, you know what, I'm no longer doing it. I'm no longer a part of it. Can we try it now? And you'll be like, okay. Now that you no longer do that, we can do this. Okay, I hope you're still with me. I hope this makes sense to you. All right, so that's how I kind of see those two cards. Perhaps you're rejecting if you're talking to 2 people, maybe you're rejecting one of them and moving forward with this King of Wands instead. All right, some of you, perhaps both of you stopped drinking. Both of you stopped doing something else, and maybe that's how the 2 of you are connecting, because both of you no longer do something, and you have very similar stories, right? Maybe you went through very similar things, but you no longer do something, and both of you can support each other that way. Okay, so anyway, the Eight of Wands clarified by the Ace of Wands. Those 2 cards are definitely associated with this King of Wands, because you see how the King of Wands is holding up a wand? I think that's the one we're looking at in the Ace of Wands. A new beginning with this King of Wands, right? The Eight of Wands is a card of communication. It's also a card of travel, and it's also a card of the Cupid's arrows. Or, you know, the same card could be interpreted multiple ways, even in the same spread. So it could be travel, it could be Cupid's arrows flying alongside. It could be a lot of communication and all of that. All right, and in the potential outcome, we have the Six of Wands with the Ace of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. Great, amazing cards. The Six of Wands is a card of victory and success. It's a card of attention. Back in the day, the Six of Wands used to be called the proposal card. The Ace of Pentacles is a proposal card. But I always like the Ace of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups combo. Or the other way around, if the Ace of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles were to show up. To me personally, those two cards are talking about somebody being very, very loving and caring with the Knight of Cups, and very, very serious, long-term, marriage material type of a person with the Ace of Pentacles, right? So they're very loving and very long-term oriented. And the Ace of Pentacles is the second ace here, right? This ace always talks about somebody ready to settle down and start a family and things like that. And the cherry on top, the Two of Cups on the bottom of the deck, yeah, it's two people on the same page. It's a card of a soulmate connection. It's a card when two people feel the same way towards one another. So interesting story. Interesting story, Virgo. I enjoyed it. Let me know if any of the scenarios I mentioned is applicable to you. I'm kind of curious, right? But really happy for you, Virgo. Congratulations. If you are already in a relationship or married, Virgo, this spread is for you. We have the Ten of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, followed by the Six of Pentacles. We have the Four of Wands, and we have the Hierophant on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a Taurus or absolutely any zodiac sign. This is so weird, Virgo. I don't know if you just watched the first spread, the new Lev spread. It was a great, awesome spread. Don't get me wrong. I think there's definitely a future for those of you who are single, for those of you who are looking for new love, okay? That spread, however, it had no marriage cards, all right? Again, I think it was still awesome. This spread right here has 3 marriage cards. 3. Out of 5 cards on the table, 3 of them are marriage cards. All right? Perhaps you're waiting to get married. Okay, you're waiting for somebody else's wedding. Some of you could be in the middle of moving from one house to another house, right? Perhaps you know, how some people do, they would buy a new home, but they also want to sell their existing home so they could move. Perhaps that's what's happening here. You could be waiting for money to come in. Okay, perhaps you got the news that you got money coming in, or maybe you've accumulated enough money, and now you're just trying to put it all together into the same account, right? So you could make a purchase, so you could buy a home, or maybe you're cashing in on your 401k or something like that because you're retired and you want to buy a new home or something like that, right? Because in the middle we do have that Seven of Pentacles, so there's a card of waiting, okay? But it's not necessarily just sitting around and waiting. It could be a card of waiting for results, or waiting for something to come in, but something has already been done. Right, and you're just waiting for it to complete, to finish, to transfer. Right, the Six of Pentacles, clarifying that, is a card of finances. Right, it's a financial card. It's a card of money coming in. It's also a card of balance. You know, but it could be somehow associated with education. Maybe the Hierophant on the bottom of the deck. It could be a card of something associated with education. It's also a card of something formal, official. You know, hence it being the marriage card, but it could be something else. Maybe you're waiting for a bank, maybe you're waiting for a financial institution to release the money, release the funds that you own anyway, that's yours anyway. You know, something along those lines. You're waiting, but it's coming, right? 3 marriage cards. Wow, all right, cool. Let's see if anybody comes back from the past for you, Virgo, this week. Keep in mind, it doesn't have to be the most recent. Next, we have the Knight of Cups, the Devil, clarified by the King of Swords. We have Judgment, and the Knight of Wands on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with more than one person. But I usually go with Kings and Queens, if any show up, or Emperor and the Empress. So you got this King of Swords, right? Clarifying the Devil. So the King of Swords could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or somebody with some major air placements in their chart. All right, and we got a bunch of knights here, and the Devil themselves is a very interesting card. Let's just put it that way, right? The Devil could be a Capricorn you're dealing with, but the Devil could be a card of toxicity. It could be a card of attachment. At the same time, it could be a card of somebody who is close to or impossible to resist. All right, Oscar Wilde once said, I can resist anything except temptation. All right, we do have knights here, the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Wands, so there's going to be attempts. The Knight of Cups is the most loving knight out of all 4 knights. The Knight of Wands is the most passionate knight out of all 4 knights. So there's going to be multiple attempts, multiple strategies. executed by this King of Swords. Okay? If one thing doesn't work, they'll try another thing. Judgment, right next to the deck. It is a card of somebody coming back from the past. It's also a card of having to make a judgment call. I never clarify judgment if it's the last card that comes out. So I think it's going to be up to you as to what you want to do about this, Virgo. But boy, oh boy, I hope you're ready for this. All right? Cool. Let's talk about your work, your business, and your finances, Virgo, this week. We have the Five of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Well, Virgo, congratulations. Congratulations. It's a very straightforward spread, but it's I didn't even need to clarify anything. So this spread is talking about that Knight of Pentacles coming your way as a result of the Five of Wands. Let me elaborate, let me explain. Knight of Pentacles could be literally money coming your way. It could be a job offer, it could be a promotion, it could be a bonus, it could be commission, it could be a contract, what have you. But the Five of Wands that preceded the Knight of Pentacles is a card of competition. Competition and fighting for something. Okay? And yeah, it's good news. The Page of Swords is literally the news card. It could be a phone call, an email, a letter, right? Notifying you that yes, you got it. You got it. The Four of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, this is you collecting it. This is you accepting it, collecting it, money coming your way, you signing some kind of a paperwork and saying, yes, I will take the job, I will take the promotion, or what have you. All right. I often refer to the Four of Pentacles as a savings account card when it comes to work, business, and finances. So yeah, the Knight of Pentacles is offering you a pentacle, giving you a pentacle, and then the Four of Pentacles, you're taking it, accepting it, saving it. All right. Cool. Let's see what you're not expecting to happen this week, Virgo. We have the Queen of Cups clarified by the Eight of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, the King of Pentacles clarified by the Ace of Cups, and we also have the Six of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We also have Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. For most of you Virgos, you're the King of Pentacles, and I'm probably in this particular situation connecting with a male or masculine Virgo. All right, so what you're not expecting is to go out with this Queen of Cups. And by go out, I mean maybe it's like a happy hour after work, right? Because this person has something to do with work, right? The Eight of Pentacles clarifying the Queen of Cups, it is a card of work, business, and finances. The Six of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck could also be a card of finances, right? So maybe you're celebrating some kind of an accomplishment or closing a deal or what have you, right? And the Seven of Cups in the middle. Sometimes this card comes through as a card of intoxication, like literally intoxication. Okay, someone's judgment being clouded. The King of Pentacles is clarified by the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is love. Okay, so if you are the King of Pentacles here, and if you are going somewhere after work with this Queen of Cups, then perhaps your emotions will take over and you may say something very loving with that Ace of Cups. You may confess your feelings towards this Queen of Cups. And again, I believe this person has something to do with the way you make your money. All right, I don't see you getting in trouble. I don't see you like suffering from this. I don't see consequences. But you know, be careful, because when it comes to people from work, it could get a little dicey, I guess. All right, but it could be the Queen of Cups telling you a thing or two about how they feel about you. Anyway, that's what you're not expecting. All right, Virgo. Such an interesting ending. By the way, it could be happening to somebody else. You know, perhaps you've got a friend or you got a coworker, and it could be happening to them, right? Or something like that. But for most of you, you're the King of Pentacles, you're dealing with this Queen of Cups. Alright, so that's what I have for you for this reading for this week, Virgo. If this video resonates with you, please like it. Please also comment and subscribe. And other than that, Virgo, have an amazing week.